Well, it's the start of another week here in Provo at the airport, and I've been gone for a week. Had a high school alumni get-together last week in Oregon, and then spent the weekend with my daughter and son-in-law. And I'm back here at the hangar and kind of walking around, seeing what's been going on. Jan and Dave are up in their offices, and just wandering around, looking to see what's going on. Let me turn this around. So off camera, we got the main tires all torqued and filled with nitrogen, and then they were they let all the nitrogen out so the tubes could settle, and they refilled them. And it's taken 2 bottles of nitrogen. The tires have seated, but we need to have some more nitrogen. These are only about 35 psi, and but other than that, they're ready to go. Still working on what approach we're going to do for the nose tire. Would really like to have a rib tire rather than this diamond tread. Also trying to figure out what we can do with this. This is the operational hydraulic mule formerly used on Learjets, but would work great for us for testing the A26 hydraulics, but it's got a 240 3-phase motor in it, and we can't use that in this hangar. We don't have that kind of power. So trying to come up with a solution for that. In other news, a couple of weeks ago, got all the brakes done, got the hoses hooked up, got everything safetied. So I guess we'll see what goes on today and what we get done. Anyway, I'll get back with you. So I'm underneath the left nacelle of the airplane. And you may ask, why am I under the nacelle of the bomber? Let me show you. So, in an effort to have everything be fair and streamlined in the airplane, you've got this armor plate for the belly pans for the nacelles. And so what they did was they put a piece of wood here. Now I didn't film it, but I got some oak and I steam bent it to conform to this shape. Now I'm trying to find the holes, and unfortunately you can't back drill, so the only thing I can do is go in and scribe where the holes are. These will eventually be countersunk. Once I get the holes all figured out, we'll coat this with resin and get it sealed up so it won't soak up oil and fuel. So I'll get this done and I'll get back with you. Okay, I've got a second coat of Varathane on these oak trim pieces that'll go on the bottom of the nacelle. They're all shaped and curved, and the holes are ready to accept screws. I'm going to put 2 more coats of Varathane on this, and we'll get them installed. So I have our wooden closeout trims pieces all fabricated and drilled and Varathaned, and they are ready to go right underneath the belly to close out those armor plating doors. I'll get those installed and we'll go from there. So I'm here with John, our polisher, and he's brought a special toy. What have you brought, John?
It's a fully restored 1942 Willys MB.
Let me turn this camera around.
And this was one of the Jeeps that General Patton took with him to North Africa. And she got shot up by Rommel's Africa Corps and brought back a scrap, and we restored it. And then the cannon is a 37 millimeter anti-tank gun.
And you've got a 30 caliber and a 50 caliber.
50 and an M1 and a Thompson.
Got an M1 Grand here. And a Thompson machine gun. Ammo stores, radio equipment, and a gunner.
We found these tucked up under the glove box.
Wow.
They came off of 2 dead Germans.
Wow. Very cool. I'm hoping this gets through the wind. It's a little breezy here. Here's a 37 millimeter gun. This would have been the same size of gun that they tried out in the A-26. So pretty cool.